Good morning everyone, welcome to the gym. I'm Katrin from 3Ps and it's shoulder week, so we're going to be doing some basic moves to show you how to use weights to really train your shoulders, and then we're going to, later in the week, we'll do some more complicated trisets and supersets to really round your shoulders up. But this video is going to be about basic technique in a shoulder press. I'm going to show you two exercises, a straightforward shoulder press and then what's called an Arnold, which is the shoulder press with a twist. Both I would use at the start of my shoulder workout to build mass, and then I would, and at the end of my workout, do trisets and supersets just to continue the intensity of the workout. But get the basic exercises right and you'll build size. So whatever you do, start with one of these basic exercises on your shoulder workout. So let's go and sit at the bench. Okay, I now have a set of weights. Because I'm showing technique, I've not gone particularly heavy. So what we're going to do first, if you've seen my other videos, you'll see I've done a video on basic technique in terms of safely picking weights up and getting to the shoulders. Just to recap, you bring one weight onto one knee, one weight onto another knee. Now, how are you going to get them from here to above your head? Well, the answer is to do it one at a time and in stages. So shoulders up to your shoulder height first and then over your head. So I'm going to start with my left weight. You can either bounce the weight up to your shoulder like that. Now this looks easy with a light weight, but when you're using a heavy weight, it becomes more important to the technique, right? So you can bounce like this up to your shoulder and stop at your shoulder, or you can, if they're heavy weights, you need a bit of momentum, you drop the weight to your side, swing but not too far back, swing and bring up to your shoulder. Make sure you keep your stomach muscles in when you're doing this because you don't want to be rocking and putting pressure on your back. So bring the other one up, down to my side, swing up to my shoulder. Okay, now I'm going to bring them above my head. It's really important to keep your back still, and you keep your back up as if you're suspended by a string, nice and tall, so that you're not arching your back. I'm going to show the basic moves front on, then we'll move the bench and I'll show you side on so you can see what my back is doing. So first of all, let's get up into the shoulder press position. So one weight up, two weight up, they're not touching, turn them sideways. Okay, now you should be having your feet nice and flat on the floor, nice and steady. Now I'm going to do it once and I'll show what I'm doing. This is a basic shoulder press. You'll see anyone at the gym doing. Fantastic for the basic definition in your shoulders. Nice and slowly. And that will do it one more time. I'll be slightly careful, I've got an injury in one shoulder from being thrown by a horse, but there we are, that's another story. Now, let me explain what I did then. So, my hands stay around the weights. My hands are slightly towards the centre of my body, so they're slightly off centre with the weights. That's for safety. If you have a heavy weight and you're about to drop it, you would prefer to drop it that way than on your head. So keep your hands slightly off centre towards the plates in the centre of your body. As you come down, under control, keep your elbows out. You need to come down to about this level, so above the 90 degrees angle, and you should feel a nice stretch in your shoulders, and you're going to push up. And again, you'll see my back is still. Breathe out as you come up, so pause and back up. Now, when you're doing this movement, the bit that builds the shoulder size is actually what's called the eccentric movement, which is actually this movement where you're bringing the weights down and then you push up. Okay, now, you'll see it's nicely under control. Keep your elbows quite low, bring them up. What I'm not doing is clonking the weights in the middle. Let me just put them down for a minute and we'll talk about how you build size. Okay, so this movement is fantastic for building the size all over your shoulder, but particularly the centre of your shoulder, which is called your mid-delt. That muscle is the muscle that gives you the curve in your shoulder where it then meets the tricep. So this is a really good exercise, a basic exercise for developing your shoulders. In terms of how much weight or how many sets and reps, in terms of weight, start light. So if you were a novice, then you'd start probably with 5Ks. The aim is to lift as a novice 10 to 12 reps, so 10 ups and downs. As you become more experienced, you are moving your way up to 6 to 8 reps per set. So 10 to 12 or 15 if you're just starting out, 6 to 8 if you are probably been in at least lifting for about 6 months. The difference between those two rep ranges is how much muscle you build. At the 12 to 15 rep range, you're just building the strength in the muscle, building the stability in the joints. But it's the 6 to 8 rep range where you really start to build size. But don't miss out the 10 to 12 rep range because you need to work up to this. Particularly the shoulders are prone to injury, so you need to just get the muscles used to being worked, get the shoulder joints stable to lift enough weight at this movement, okay? I mentioned I have an injury in one shoulder. That wasn't a weight-related injury, but it's very common to get injuries, particularly in the what's called the rotator cuff in the middle of the shoulder. The secret to minimising injuries is start slow, start light, work up, make sure you warm up. I'm going to do a video on how to warm up and stretch your shoulders, so before and after workout, and you'll find it on this channel. But that's a basic shoulder press, the classic shoulder exercise. The other exercise I want to show you is called an Arnold, which is actually, as you can imagine, an Arnold Schwarzenegger variation on that, and it's just to really ring the changes a bit, use the muscles in a slightly different angle, and again help to develop size. So let me show you that. I'll just pick my weights up safely, one at a time. 1 and 2, okay, we're in this position. So we can all think of ourselves here as pumping iron. If it's good enough for Arnold, it's good enough for us. So again, lift the weight safely up to your shoulder. I've just chosen to do it the other way around this time, just to give my shoulders a change. Now, bring them up again, 1, 2. Face them like this, sit up nice and straight, so the technique is the same. Now, in a straightforward shoulder press, you're going to come down to this angle and push up. The difference is, as you come down, you twist the weights in, bring them in nice and low, try and touch your elbows to your elbows and squeeze. Squeeze your elbows together. Keep the weights level and then come back up, just reverse it. Straight up, and again, bring them down. Try and touch your elbows and squeeze, and up. The secret for this is actually the downwards movement again. So bring them down and squeeze with your elbows. What this will do is help with the front of your shoulder and also with your upper chest. It's a great exercise for developing the sort of chest that for a man you want to have in a t-shirt, and for a woman lifts and shapes your cleavage. So it's really good as you get older and you want to keep your chest pointing in the right direction. Okay, so that is called an Arnold. Just bring my weights down. Now, so we've talked about two basic exercises here, the basic shoulder press and the Arnold. And the Arnold, particularly I like that exercise because I can feel the stretch across my traps, and then I can feel the front of my shoulder working as I bring those in. The secret with the Arnold is to make sure that you bring your elbows in and bring your arms nice and low. Don't go too heavy on the Arnold to start with. Technique is what it's all about. Get the technique right, you will build muscle. If you go heavy and use incorrect techniques, so you're not getting the full range of movement, you will not build quality muscle, okay? So don't worry about what other guys are doing in the gym or what other women are doing in the gym. You do your own exercise, you do your own training. My experience in the gym is that I got respect in the gym because I built muscle, and people were usually quite curious about how I was building muscle without going heavy, heavy, heavy. I'm a technical, I'm a sort of geek weight trainer, so I was all about technique, and I've always been about technique, and the result is I've had minimal injuries, and I have managed to build particularly good shoulder muscle. So lift safely, lift technically, build great muscle. That's the basis of shoulder workouts. Have a great day. If you want to subscribe, just press the button below here, subscribe to 3Ps Gym. You can also reach us on Facebook, and we are facebook.com/3Ps Media. There's also a free book download, alcohol-free drinks you can find on our website, and that is at www.3pspublishing.com. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the gym soon. Bye.